Hi lovelies, welcome back. It's lovely to see you again. So for today's video I have some things to show you. So I recently found this amazing new brand called Hell Bunny. I think it was a sponsored ad on Instagram, that's how I found them. And I just fell in love with their clothes. Bit different to my normal style, but sort of embracing a bit of a change. There's a couple of influencers that I've really got into recently that is kind of their style. I say influencers, they are influencers, but Christine McConnell, who I've mentioned before, so I've now on her Patreon, like I've subscribed to her just because she's amazing, so amazing. Like Saturday night she did a live stream where she was carving pumpkins, and I really wanted to do a pumpkin carving video for my channel for Halloween, but I can't realistically get it recorded and edited and uploaded by Halloween due to work and everything else. So I thought I could upload it after Halloween. I just thought it's not great, so I thought I'd just do something a bit different. But I've got my pumpkin lights up behind me, which you can't actually, think about it, really see their faces, can you? Oh well, they're still pumpkins. It's still Halloweeny. But yeah, anyway, sorry, sidetrack. But yeah, so these clothes I absolutely love. Really good quality. I spent a little bit more than I would normally on clothes. I say normally, I used to spend this much, but I kind of got, I think probably moving out of my parents' house and having to pay rent means that sometimes you can't splash the cash like you used to. I've always been quite tight with my money anyway. Just I'll only buy stuff if I'm prepared to. I don't know. It's got a proper use. Like clothes, I don't wear them and then throw them away or sell them. I keep them until they are literally have holes in, and it's like you can't really wear them anymore. So I kind of will only buy clothes if I know I'm going to keep them for their lifetime, sort of thing. Like, there are the odd bits that I will give away. I've never sold any clothes. I've always just kept them and then might be like, oh, I'll sell those. I have a bag of clothes and accessories that about 2 years ago when I moved out of my parents' house, I thought, well, I'll sell those things. And I've actually pulled out, I think, 2 things now from that bag because I've been like, oh, I'll start using that again. One of which is a handbag, which was actually very inexpensive. It's a Guess handbag, so it was decent, like branded. And yeah, that's come back out to play again. So I'm quite glad I didn't get rid of it, which doesn't encourage the not hoarding, essentially. Anyway, yeah. So there's not that many clothes. I've got a dress, I've got a few tops, a skirt, and a coat. So there's not that much. And like I said, I did spend. I mean, it amounted to quite a lot of money. The coat wasn't cheap, but I have not treated myself like at all this year. So, and having not worked for most of it because of COVID, I was furloughed, fortunately. So, obviously I wasn't earning as much as I would have been normally, but it meant I was actually able to save quite a lot of money because I wasn't going out shopping, I wasn't going out spending money on doing things, I wasn't paying for fuel on my car. So although I say that, I did just have it MOT'd and serviced yesterday, which was a big dent, but it had to be done. So this is the bag that it all came with. So very nice purple, I really like that. It's nice to see something a bit different. You know, I know it's just a bag, it's delivered it. But it's just, I think it makes it almost a bit more special, the fact that it's purple. It's just that sort of mystical, I like it. I don't know, it's just different. In my opinion, I think it's a bit different. Okay. So, I don't know, should I start? Okay, I could, my thoughts are I can show you the clothes and then at the end I'll show you what they look like with me wearing them. So the first item, I did actually, if you follow me on Instagram, which the link is in my description, I did actually post a selfie a couple of days ago with this dress on, just the, I say a couple of days ago, I am aware this video is not going up the day I'm recording, so I apologise for any confusion there. I say a couple of days ago, it may actually have been a week ago when you see this, so yeah, that's just unfortunate. But yeah, so I recently posted a picture on my Instagram of me, just the sort of neck part of this dress, so you can't actually see the whole thing, and Miss Chloe ASMR commented and said it's sort of very Wednesday Addams vibe, which was my very first thought when I tried it on. I just thought it literally is. Just the collar and the bow tie at the front and just the puff sleeves, which obviously I kind of feel like is probably their intention with the design, because it's from, so on the Hell Bunny website they've got a Halloween range, and this is in that range. So, but this also came in, you could get it in a blouse as well as a dress. It's kind of a bit like, oh, I don't know, but I don't have many dresses. In fact, not like day dresses that I can wear sort of winter time with a pair of tights and things like that. So it was kind of, no, I wanted the dress over just the blouse, because I just thought I need a bit of variety in my wardrobe. So yeah, but it's 100% viscose, which I was a little bit apprehensive about, because the last time I bought something that was 100% viscose, I was so careful with how I washed it, but it shrunk. So I'm very anxious to wash this, because I don't want the same thing to happen with the other item I bought. That was from a completely different shop. It was like a shirt, like a loose shirt type thing. I loved it so much. I really, really loved it. And I only worn it a couple of times and then washed it and it shrunk. Thankfully, the place I bought that from, they were really good about it. I think it happened to a lot of people, so I don't know whether there was actually just something wrong with the instructions or the actual fabric itself, because they said that, yeah, loads of people had, basically most of them had all come back because people had shrunk them. So with that instance I got a gift voucher and was able to buy something else, so I just don't want it to happen with this one because I love it so much. But one of the things I love about this brand is I feel like it really complements my body shape. A lot of the clothes I've been wearing for the last sort of year or so have kind of been hiding my body shape, and which is partly down to a lack of self-confidence, I think, just being open and honest. So I really feel like this works with my body shape and enhances it and sort of brings it out, and I feel confident when I'm wearing the clothes, which is really important, I think. So it's nice to have that. But yeah, so this is the dress. Like I said, I will show you at the end. I will do a full length thing, but just so you can get a rough idea. So it's thin fabric, but it's nice because it's not, you don't feel that cold in it, actually, thinking about it. You might want a cardigan depending on where you are, what you're doing, but just about the house, this is fine. I'm pairing it with a pair of tights at the moment. It's a nice length, so it's just above the knee, and it's a really floaty sort of skirt fabric. I can't think what it says. I think it was a rib cage dress or something. When I show you the full length, I'll tell you what it's actually called. But yeah, so the bow tie actually buttons in at the back of the collar, and then you just tie it up around the front. But it's like you unbutton it at the front, and then there's a zip down the back. So it's kind of like a bit of a getting it on and off. There's a lot of take the arms out, lift it over your head, but then step out of it. It's an unusual way. I've never had a dress that does that, so I'm not quite sure why it's quite like that. But it fits nicely, it works, so it's just unusual. But yeah, so that's that. So I have this really lovely blouse. There was only one item out of my entire order that I ordered it because I liked the style. The design itself, or the fabric, I was a bit like, I'm not sure, but try it. And yeah, I tried it on, fitted nicely, but yeah, it just didn't, I don't think really suited me. So part of me was slightly grateful to be sending it back because of how much I'd spent. I kind of thought actually it's not a bad thing to be sending it back. Relieve my pocket a little bit. But yeah, so this is one of the blouses. And I just love the print on it is, so again, this one buttons in. It's got a bow, but it is buttoned in at the back under the collar, and then you tie it up around the front. So this fabric's a little bit more sheer. If you can really see, that's difficult to show you. But it's like, it's roses, it's got hearts, stars, and crescents, and so it's almost a bit, I'm going to say witchy. I like the word mystical. You know, it's kind of that, I don't know, just, I like that. But it's subtle, so it's, you have to really look at the blouse to really see that that's what the design is. And, you know, from a distance, I think it just looks like pink and black. Pretty designs. I don't know, it's just different. But yeah, so it buttons right up to the neck, and then you have a bow tie as well. So yeah, I really like that one. I would probably wear a vest top or something underneath, just as we're coming into this time of year, because it is thin. So just, I don't know, I just feel like just to keep it a little bit warmer. I feel the cold, so you know, I need to knit myself a nice cardigan. I have got a nice long one, but I just feel like maybe a slightly thinner cardigan, like a thinner wool, and a bit more fitted, shapely. I don't know. You can buy them. The website sells all kinds of things. So, but I just think I don't know. I like the idea of making my own. So that's me. So this is the next one. So I'm aware I haven't ironed any of the products, and so where they've been posted, they're a little bit on the creased side, which is frustrating, but that's just how it is. So I've got this skirt, which has a couple of marks on it because I went home and saw my family yesterday, and took the clothes home with me because I was so excited. I just wanted to show my mum and my sister. I wanted them to see them, because I don't see them that often. So it's just kind of, I don't know, just it's been a long time since I've bought clothes from somewhere I felt this passionate about them. So, but yeah, so see, having dogs, yeah, there's a couple of marks. Just unfortunately, there's just a little bit of dirt on that, which is, it will come off with a wipe. I just haven't done that yet. And there's dog hair, of course, and cat hair, of course. So, you know, I was so careful. I thought I don't want to wear them at home because I don't want to risk spoiling them. But in the time I just tried it on to show them the clothes, one of the dogs, I think he just jumped up at me, and he'd got a little bit of mud on his paw. Yeah, so skirt. This is what I like because it sits around your waist, so above your hips. It just draws your body in, and then it flares out a bit around the leg. So this is about the same length as this dress, so it's just above the knee. And then you can tuck the blouse in, and it just looks really lovely. Now what I like also is that I did pair this skirt with this dress, which I'll show you, which was really cool because it just means that there's another outfit. So I can wear this as a dress, or I can wear it as what looks like a skirt and a blouse. So yeah, but the skirt works beautifully with all of the blouses that I've bought. So, and I've got a couple of blouses in my wardrobe. I don't wear that often because I don't have really anything to wear them with. But actually, I think they'll work really nicely with that skirt. So it's very fortunate. Okay, so the next blouse, this one was kind of I really like it, but when will I wear it kind of thing, because it's a bit fancier. So it's like I don't know how you describe it. It doesn't have sleeves. I can't think, I want to say tank top, but it's not. That's not the name for that style. I just can't think right now. So it buttons right up to the neck again. and then it's got this cape attached to it. So you have the armholes, and then this cape comes right round and hangs. So if you wear it with that skirt, for example, it just floats round. So I was midway through trying all these clothes on at home, and I was on the skirt and this top. And my mum had a food delivery arrive, and I did get a bit of a look from the delivery man. I think it was kind of, is she okay, kind of thing, because it just looked very, very dressed up for just a Monday, and taking in a food delivery. It's the sort of thing I was kind of thinking I could wear this like on Christmas Day or something. I mean, it's quite witchy actually, quite Halloweeny. My sister actually said that it's almost like the perfect Halloween, the perfect funeral attire. I was thinking, I don't really have any funerals to go to. Admittedly, my nan passed away during lockdown, so we haven't actually been able to do. We weren't able to do a funeral for her. She was cremated, but we're not, as a family, we haven't planned like a proper funeral or anything. We're going to scatter her and my granddad's ashes where they spent most of their life together. So that'd be really special, but it's not. It's just a celebration of their life and sort of a farewell. So we haven't got that sort of like planned yet. We haven't been able to. She passed away back in, I think it was May or June now. My mind's, that period of time is just a blur. Everything's kind of muddled into one. It was around my birthday though. I think it must have been May, because I was trying to think whether it was the week or 2 weeks before my birthday. So it would have been May. Anyway, so yeah, we still haven't been able to sort of say our goodbyes. And I kind of feel like if that's how we're saying goodbye, I feel like this might be a little bit too much. I don't know. Depends. I don't know what. We haven't talked about it enough as a family to actually decide on anything yet. So it might be the perfect attire. But on a more positive note, I hadn't bought this as a reason to make it a sort of morbid look. It looks really quite fancy, but my friend actually said that this top I could pair quite nicely with just a pair of black skinny jeans. I thought that's very true actually. I don't have to wear the skirt. When I do wear it with the skirt, it looks like a dress. So it's like another whole outfit again. But yeah. So, what else have I got? Right, I've got one other blouse and the coat. The coat that's going to be difficult to show you on camera, I think, but we'll do our best. Okay, so this is the top that I plan to send back. It is really nice. I'll get it out to show you, and I could try it on for you, get your opinion. It's not really. I think it kind of felt like it was too much with the skirt. It's too much going on, because the pattern on the top and the pattern with the skirt, it just was. I say pattern. There isn't a pattern on the skirt, but it's not just a plain straight skirt. It's got pleats and waviness to it. It just was a bit too much. It just wasn't me really. So it's a really lovely blouse though. This is so it's this exact same style as the pink one, except it's obviously not a sheer fabric. But it's got the puffy cap sleeves, and the button up again, up to the neck. And it's got a bow necktie again, but that's a sheer fabric, so that's a bit different. I prefer the solid black ones myself, but it's a really lovely black. It feels so nice, like the quality of it again. But it's just not really my look. It's just so pretty. If you look at the foxes on it, you know, it's just lovely. But yeah, unfortunately, I just don't think it's just not really me. Right, let me just get the coat. There's quite a few coats to choose from on the website, which was quite a hard decision for me because, again, they're different to what I would normally wear. Like my normal winter coat is a Barber International coat, so it's a wax jacket, which that was an investment, I will admit. But I've had it a few years now, and it's just, I love it, really love it. It's never let me down. So, but it's just not. It's not a coat that I can wear with a skirt or a dress. So there was loads of coats on the website, but I really wanted one with a hood because obviously this time of year we're in England. Guarantee it's probably going to rain if you're going to go out somewhere. So I wanted a hood. That was a really important thing for me. So most of the coats don't have hoods. There was a couple that did, but the ones that did were very like quite dramatic, which were lovely. This one's quite a dramatic one, I suppose, really, but it was just too much for me, I think. And this one was plain black, and I just thought, I don't know, and that was the other thing, this one is like you can adjust the waist on it, whereas the other ones couldn't, and that's the big thing for me. I'm broader in my shoulders than sort of the average, which is annoying, and I've got quite long arms, so pairing that with regular coats, it's not, or just tops in general, it's just not a good mix. So with coats, I would typically I realistically would need an 8, and that would give me a nice shape, you know, fit me nicely. But I would have to buy a 10 because my shoulders are so broad, and to get the arm length, which then I have no shape whatsoever. It's really baggy and gapey around the waist, and it just sort of hangs, which is a real shame. Like with my Barber one, it's ideal because it means I can wear a jumper underneath. Whereas with this one, typically I'm not going to be wearing. It's more of a dress. I want to say like a dress coat. Like it's nice. It's more formal. I can wear it on a daily basis if I want to, but it is on the just like I said, almost more glamorous side, really. Which, yeah. But yeah, this one I did go up a size, but because I could adjust the waist on it, it's more flattering. But yeah, so it's hairs on it. Sorry. So it's got like it's really hard to show on camera because it's black, and to hold it up too, it's not ideal because you can't see it. So it's got this like kind of design on the side, which you can then, like I said, adjust it. It's got pockets, a lovely hood. It's very long, it's quite heavy as well, but it's got like faux fur lined cuffs. So it's got that vintage look to it. It's just very nice. So I'll put that on and show you. Anyway, okay, so that is all the clothes, I think. Pretty sure. Losing track. But yeah, so I shall show you them now, okay? Okay, so this is the coat. I can put the hood up, it's a big hood. So it's like how well you can actually see. But you can see how it's fitted. I'll turn around for you. You can have a look. But yeah, so I like the way that it draws in at the sides and how it's adjustable. And then I can take the hood down. Got that. Okay, so I appreciate against a black background it's not the easiest thing to see, but yeah, so you can get an idea for the length. So it comes down just sort of below my knees. I like the fact that it pleats at the back and got the detailing in at the side like I told you about. I wasn't convinced by the heart pockets. That was the only thing that felt really, I don't know how keen I am on those. But I loved this detailing here and the velvet. and the fact that you can adjust it like to how you want. So I mean, if I was wearing maybe a thicker dress underneath, or maybe a cardigan or something, I could release it slightly. But in the meantime, I love the shape that it gives, and it really does just, especially combined with the hood. I just squat down. I love it a lot. My hair looks really red here. I just noticed that. It's like I need to colour it again because it's faded out so much. I'm thinking, because I had done a plum, so I was looking at it, I think I might be tempted to go for like a nice sort of auburn reddy colour, autumnal, you know. We'll see. Sorry, sidetrack there, but yeah, so that's the coat. So if I just undo the coat for you, I'll show you the dress underneath. It's a heavy coat though, you can feel, it feels like a nice quality. I'll just hang it up. I always like to hang my coats, I don't know if everyone else is like that, I just feel like it keeps them looking nice. Yeah, so this is the dress. You can see what I mean by it being floaty. It's lovely. When I first got it, I thought the necktie went round the waist, and I was a bit like, I liked the fact that it sort of drew it in, and I don't know, it just felt like it fitted that bit tighter. And then I realised, because I looked on the website, because I wasn't sure, something about it didn't feel right, and then I looked it up on their website to see how the model had worn it, and realised that actually no, she it was to go around the neck, so which makes much more sense. But yeah, so that is the dress. I do feel like, I just feel like it's a flattering look. I like how how it sits around my legs, and like I said, around the waist as well. Just feels lovely. So my foot just clicked, and that was horrible. Yeah. So this is also, I said about pairing it with the skirt. So so you can see with the skirt on as well, it just looks like a blouse. I really feel like that could work as an outfit quite nicely, and obviously you've got the skirt part of the dress underneath, which I think kind of actually fills the skirt out a little bit more, pushes it out, gives it more of a flare. But it's just, I think it's very nice actually. I think it just gives you another option for an outfit. Okay, so this is the fox blouse. I just don't think it's as flattering on me at all. I think, because I'm quite pale anyway, as you know, but I feel like it washes me out a little bit, and I just don't think it's really, it's not really me. It's not my sort of design. It does work with the skirt, but it's just, there's a lot going on. So, just got a tag in there, I need to cut that out. But yeah, so I'm not a fan of it particularly. A stunning blouse, it's so pretty, and on the right person I think it could look amazing, but that's just not me. So yeah, I just wanted to show you it so that you could see for yourself. Okay, so this is the pink and black blouse, which I love so much. I just love the contrast in the colours. I love the necktie. I do need to learn how to do a bow, like a proper bow. At the moment that is not one of my skills. I could do it enough, I think, that it passes, but it's just not like when I first opened it, opened the packet, it was all tied beautifully, but you have to undo it to actually do the blouse up and get it on. So unfortunately, I had to untie it, but that's okay. It's something I have to learn. But yeah, so then this is the skirt with this blouse, and like I said, it is quite sheer. I mean, it's not like really see through. Probably depends on what light you're in. I think because of the design work and everything, it's quite discreet. But I feel cold right now, so I think I'd want just a little vest top underneath, something simple, just to just give another layer, you know, because you don't always want to wear a cardigan. Like when it's pretty like this, you don't want to hide it, you know. It's kind of, I want to show the top off. So it's probably is, I would think. I mean, it wasn't in the sale or anything, I don't think, but it's just that it probably is part of the summer range or something. So yeah, but it's lovely. I love it so much. So yeah, I've got one more top, and then that is it. Okay, so this is the final top. So this is the outfit I was wearing when the Tesco's man arrived and gave me a look of okay. But yeah, so I had a giggle about it anyway. I just owned the look. I just thought, yep, this is the look I'm going for today. You do not know that I'm just trying this on to show people. It would make an excellent Halloween costume. I think I would really just get a witch's hat or something like that. I actually think it would finish the look nicely. But I just love the way this cape falls. It's just so elegant and floaty and just dramatic. I think that's the, you know. And this fabric's nice as well because it is thin, but it's different. And the buttons, I'll show you the buttons up close. Oh yeah, that one you can see. So it's got a moon, like a crescent, and then it's got like some stars and things. So yeah, that's really cool. And it came with a couple of spare ones as well, so that's good. As you can tell, it does need 9 because I haven't actually officially worn it yet. So that's just from where it's been packaged. But the other thing I like is the fact that the skirt is not like tight. There is space that you can, I don't think there's too much space. It's comfortable, you know, so you can obviously get a top tucked in. And it's just, I don't know, it's nice. I think it's a nice fit. If you don't look too closely, it does look like it's just a dress and not like a skirt and a blouse. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope it wasn't too sort of mismatch and everything else, but yeah, I hope you like the outfits. Please give me your feedback. I think the coat, out of everything, the coat's been the one that I felt the most like, oh, like I really like it, and like I said, I feel like it's really flattering. It's very hard for you guys to really see it, I think, with the lighting, because I think the light reflects off of it for the film and makes it look cloudy, a bit grey almost, whereas it is very definitely black. So in person it's very different. But I think the thing I found the most, I don't know, I get very anxious going out and about. So I think wearing that out has been quite a challenge. I've worn it out a couple of times now. It's just because it's so different to anything I've worn before, or for a very long time at least. I feel like it's quite a bold look. And I kind of, in my head, I just think, the only thing I'm worried about is people looking at me or people judging me. And you just think, let them judge you. Actually, I think it's also because it's so different to like everyday fashion now. I feel like everybody is very similar. All the shops typically sell the same thing, which is why I'm so grateful to have found something that's so different and unique, you know. But it's just like, oh, it's so different. And it's kind of like, it's a new avenue of fashion for me. Like, I haven't dressed sort of more vintage style ever, I don't think. So it's definitely, it's a step outside of my comfort zone. They say you should do more to sort of push yourself out of your comfort zone every day, and this definitely does. And I think it's just kind of owning the look. I think that's what it is. Like it's a transition almost into a slightly different style. I'm not changing my entire wardrobe, it's just sort of adding to it and creating something, being more creative with my style and my look. Oh, I'll show you the bag quickly because I just love it so much. I bought this handbag years ago. It must have been probably six. I can't think now. Well, it's at least 6 years ago. Probably 7 years ago. So it's from Guess. And I got it in the sale, admittedly. So it probably cost me, about £60. And that would have been like half price, I'd have thought. So I used it all the time. And there's a mark on the back. And then I bought a new Guess handbag and then used that for quite a few years. It was quite a bit bigger than this one. And then the zip's broken on that now because I've dug it out again. I tend to use that one for work. But I've got that one, and I've got another one as well, which is like an over-the-shoulder one. This has an over-the-shoulder strap too, but I don't really use that. But the other two are white. And it's kind of like, oh, I need to get a new bag because wearing a black coat, you kind of want a black handbag or a dark one, something that's complementary. Whereas the ones I've got wouldn't have worked. Anyway, I suddenly had a moment of like, oh my god, that one would probably work nicely. Dug it out to have a look, and I thought, you know what, that works really well. It kind of has a vintage look about it, I think. So you've got a couple of zip up things. They've got nice big tag thingies on them. It's like a zips, and then it's got a magnetic bit in the middle just to protect inside. But yeah, so I was thinking, actually I don't need to buy another bag because actually this works fine. It would be nice maybe to have an over-the-shoulder one. If I was going out of an evening, this would work. Sometimes you don't want to carry something, do you? So the only thing that I really need to sort out now, though, is a pair of shoes. I really want a pair of winter boots, which I don't have any. I've got sort of Doc Martin style ones, but I don't have like a nice pair of like suede winter boots or something. It doesn't have to be suede, faux suede or whatever, but I've just spent so much money on these clothes and my car. That's kind of, we'll have to wait for that one, I think, which is annoying because I don't want to, because obviously wearing the outfits and stuff, you kind of need the shoes. So I'm going to have a look around, see if I can find a pair that are more affordable. But yeah, so anyway, I really, really hope that you've enjoyed this. I've certainly enjoyed showing you the clothes. It's just exciting when you find a new brand of clothes that you really, really love. And I've never been one that enjoyed shopping particularly, whereas now I'm just like, oh, what are they going to bring out next? So it's been lovely to chat to you. Thank you for listening and watching. And like I said, let me know what you think, and I'll see you again soon. Okay.